Ladies and gentlemen, it is Wednesday, the 8th day of January. The year is 2019, and if you can hear the sound of my voice, it's up to you to save the world. I am Save the World Warrior #1, General of the Save the World Army, SMOKINJOEMEKHAEL, and I would like to welcome you to day 1214 of Operation Save the World. We are live from beautiful Sydney, Australia, and this is the Save the World Live Daily News, smashing through the lies of the Illuminati, smashing through the lies of the New World Order, and smashing through the lies of the government who are escalating their attacks against humanity every single day. But even though they are escalating their attacks against us, my brothers and sisters, don't you dare be sour. Join the Save the World Army and feel the power. Yes, yes, yes. I have the power. You have the power. We have the power. Humanity has the power. And we have to use that power, the power of love, to beat the Illuminati, to break the New World Order, to bring down the world government, and to save the world from evil. Because we know that the only way for humanity to free ourselves from slavery is for us to bring down the government that is enslaving us. Thank you all so much for joining me on this beautiful January morning. Taya, welcome. She says, good morning, General and Warriors. Sleepy McCush, Save the World, Sergeant 296, leading Zulu Squad out of Ocala, Florida, USA. Excellent to see you, brother. He said, what up? Same thing we do every day, my man. We're here saving the world. Sylvia said, no shirt. Wow. It is heating up here in Australia, and comfort is key. Scott Waldrum said, hi, Joe, and all peace and love. Right back at ya, brother. And welcome to Luke Morford, wherever you are, all over the world. Thank you for joining me on this delightful day. You know as well as I do, there is a world government system doing its best to murder, assault, rape, kidnap, torture, and enslave innocent people. They are enslaving the human race as we speak, and we are the ones fighting back. We will defeat them. Great to see Dr. Nightmare, Save the World Warrior 589 from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, USA. Sleepy said, I'm about to pack the bowl as I watch. Have one for me, brother. Diane said, direct energy weapons, you are under attack. Prayers for you all. Much love to you, Diane. We are under attack, but we are fighting back, my brothers and sisters. We will not allow this putrid pack of pedophiles to enslave the human race. Jake Kendall says, g'day. Peace and good vibes to all. Right back at you, brother. Taya is packing the bowl as well. Nice one. Have one for me. Luke said, smoke smell everywhere here in Adelaide, South Australia. Yes, same here in Sydney. Completely burning the people out of the bush. They want to stack them in smart cities. They want to kill more than 90% of the people that live on the earth with their Agenda 2030 plan, but we will not allow them to implement it. Karen Howard says, hi. Sylvia asks, what should we do? We have to do the same thing every day. Prepare, love, fight. That's how we save the world. We can't make it rain. We can't literally yank those putrid pedophiles out of their offices. We have to improve ourselves every single day. Prepare. Get yourself ready for what's happening. Get storable food. Get water, filtration systems, storable water. Learn martial arts skills. Learn medical skills. Get a location where you can bug out to. Do whatever you can to prepare. Love. Spread as much love as you can. Organize and unite with other Save the World warriors in your local area to support each other during these tough, trying, turbulent times. And fight. Do whatever you can to fight this evil system. Stop working for them. Stop paying taxes. Protest in the streets. Talk to your friends and family. Use their satanic social surveillance systems to expose them. That's exactly what we're doing right now. 1, 2, 3, prepare, love, fight. That's how we save the world. Dr. Nightmare said, wishing for rain to pour down on Australia. Prayers sent. Thank you, brother. Ginny, Save the World Warrior 1303 from Ardal, Rifleek, Norway. Great to see you, brother, and delightful to see Dusty Sunset 68, Save the World Warrior 832 from Caloundra, Queensland, Australia. The government are murdering us wholesale. This is the genocide of Australia by design. I'm going to be focusing on these false flag fires here on today's broadcast. These fires in Australia that have killed about 25 people, and who knows, they're saying about 1 billion animals. These fires are fueled by the aluminium, barium, and strontium that they have been spraying on us for decades through their chemtrail program. They're literally spraying us with explosives, spraying us with sparkler dust. That's why these fires are burning out of control. And it's great to see Save the World Warrior 96, Guru Steve from Tingalpa, Queensland, Australia. Much love to you, brother. Much love to you all. Thank you all for sharing the video wherever possible. Starting watch parties, tagging your friends, because this is information that people need to see. The truth will set us free. Diane said, Bill Gates is doing his best to depopulate through vaccines, and now he's being allowed to block the sun and use weather modification. Yes, this is disgusting, decrepit behavior. Villainy on the level of Mr. Burns blocking the sun. This Bill Gates clown. For decades we've been talking about how they've been spraying us with these chemtrails, and people want to call us crazy. They want to say, duh, that's a cloud, duh, that's a contrail. But now they're coming out into the open. Bill Gates with Harvard University and Scopex literally coming out into the mainstream media saying that they are chemtrailing the earth to block the sun. And you think that's stupid. You know, to anyone with any iota of intelligence, of course, that's incredibly stupid. But you want to hear something dumber? You know, every day there are new headlines that just illustrate the level of insanity in the world that we live in. But I'll tell you what, strap yourselves in, warriors, because this first headline is a doozy. Are you ready? I hope you're sitting down. I hope you're not drinking any type of liquid. Shooters will cull more than 10,000 Australian camels tomorrow because they drink too much water and their flatulence contributes to global warming. I'll tell you what, they have transgender, obese clowns reading stories to children in libraries. They have the government telling you that vaccines are good for you. They have Such an insane level of madness. It's like we're living in bizarro world. But literally, shooting 10,000 camels to combat climate change may take the cake. And did you guys see this? Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison pulls bizarre facial expressions as he's briefed by Fire Boss on devastating Australian fires. Did you see this guy? This guy honestly looks like he's on crack, or someone gave him a fat line of coke before this interview. He's making weird faces, smiling, while the guy's talking about all the people dying with the fires. Labor MP Mike Kelly says high school leavers should do compulsory civil service. And exactly what I've been talking about, the implementation of Agenda 2030. PM calls for changes to hazard reduction laws amid criticism of the coalition's climate change policies. And from social experiment to reality, bottled fresh air now being sold online in India. And how long before people are going to be buying that air here in Australia? Man, is there anyone out there? Because it's getting harder and harder to breathe. The smoke is choking this city here in Sydney. The smoke is choking this country here in Australia. But I train jiu-jitsu every day and my choke defense is top level. We have to fight back against this evil system. We have to train ourselves. We have to be as healthy and fit and strong as possible in order to combat all of the attacks that they are throwing at us. Taya said the news here in the States says that over 200 individuals have been arrested for intentionally setting the bushfires, and people are believing it. Yeah, they'd much rather blame a bunch of children or a bunch of retarded individuals or a bunch of patsies saying, oh yeah, this guy threw a cigarette in the bush, he started the fire. I'll tell you what, we didn't start the fire. It was always burning and the world's not turning. Man, these fires once again are fueled by the decades of engineering spraying us with flammable, combustible, incendiary materials like aluminium, barium and strontium. Diane said no coincidence the dam in Queensland was emptied for so-called repairs. The government are damming the water. They are damming the people to death with this engineered drought. Tony said, hey, Smoking Joe, hi to all who want the truth and to live. Jake said, how about these new Starlink satellites they're launching? They want thousands above you in a short period, more weapons, be able to wipe us out in one go. Yeah, I don't give too much credence to the notion of satellites, but people should look into the shape of the earth themselves. We have more pressing matters to attend to, like how the government are totally burning the people to death here in Australia. It's great to see. Save the World Warrior 421, Smoking to Roach, much love brother. Diane said the elites have tampered with the weather and caused this. Lyndon Johnson said he who controls the weather controls the world. You are correct, and they've been controlling the weather for over a century. And it's great to see Twisted Sister, Save the World Warrior 326 from Vernon, British Columbia, Canada. To quote Twisted Sister, we're not going to take it. No, we ain't going to take it. We're not going to take it anymore. Tony said, good to know there are still people who see. Yes, brother. Real eyes, realize, real lies. Snow Queen says, g'day General and Warriors. Welcome to Jim, Bob, Wilmot. Tony says, we care about life. Frank said, hey General, good job you were doing. Keep it up, my friend. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. We are growing stronger by the second. Ooh, yeah. Diane said the US Air Force sprays us with chemtrails, and also they have direct energy weapons. Makes me sick. Yeah, of course, the fires in California, other areas being caused by these direct energy weapons. I'm going to start another watch party. I joined a bunch of bushfire groups here in Australia, so I'm going to do my best to wake the people up to the fact that the government are the ones propagating these fires to kill the people. And once again, wherever you are, all over the world, I would like you to strap yourselves in. This is General Smokin' Joe McHale, Save the World Warrior #1, General of the Save the World Army. We are doing our best to expose the evil government system that is destroying the human race, and they are once again destroying the human race through these fires here in Australia that are fueled by the aluminium, barium, strontium and other chemicals that they've been spraying on us for decades through chemtrails. But they don't want to talk about reality and how the fires are burning ferociously because of these heavy metals. They want to talk about their complete farce that is a global warming, and how camels farting are the reason that the fires are raging here in Australia. No, I'm not kidding. I told you to strap yourselves in. Shooters will cull more than 10,000 Australian camels from the air tomorrow because they drink too much water and their flatulence contributes to global warming. Bro, you gotta be kidding me. Feral camels in South Australia will be killed to stop the animals drinking water in the drought-ravaged region. I'll tell you what, Allison's camel had 10 humps. I can't even read this thing. You got to be kidding me. They're talking about shooting these camels from helicopters to combat global warming. Like all the fuel used by those helicopters wouldn't totally negate that. Man, I can't even believe what I'm reading. More than 10,000 camels will be culled by professional shooters in helicopters from Wednesday after an order from Aboriginal leaders in the Anangu Pit Janjatjara Yankunytjatjara lands. The culling, which is expected to take 5 days, comes as communities complain of the feral creatures invading properties in search of water. There is also concern the animals are contributing to global warming as they emit methane equivalent to 1 ton of carbon dioxide per year. So they're blaming climate change on the camels. You can't make this stuff up. Jim posted a link. Thank you. Enrico asked, have they already started building smart cities along the east coast? General, they are converting several cities here in Australia, including Darwin, to smart cities, and they do want to build more of these smart cities across the east coast along the line of their proposed new high-speed train network. Another reason why they are pushing these fires, allowing these fires to burn out of control so they can clear the land and implement Agenda 2030, burning the people out of the bush and stacking them in smart cities. And it's great to see Save the World Warrior 1174 Dexter Dutton from Kaikoura, New Zealand. He said anyone with 1/10 of half a brain, anyone with 1/10 of half a brain cell can see what's happening. Go General Joe, keep spreading the truth. From Dexter Dutton, 1174 in New Zealand. Much love to you, man, and much love to you all. And you see this Prime Minister, man, for real, this guy looked like he was on crack. Something to smile about, PM? Scott Morrison bizarrely grins as he's briefed by somber fire boss on the devastating blazes decimating Australia. Scott Morrison pulled a bizarre facial expression during a visit to fire-ravaged Nowra, and I've DJ'd in Nowra, it's a very nice place on the New South Wales south coast. It just shows what a complete joke this is to the politicians. They are just all playing their roles. They just want to paint Australia as a country that doesn't care about climate change. They're going to say in the international media, look at what happened to Australia. They didn't care about climate change, and now half of them are dead from these bushfires. Anne says, OMG, I got a photo over my house that's mind-blowing, chemtrails. Welcome to everybody. Thank you all for joining me. We are doing our best to fight back against the world government system that is enslaving humanity, and we will defeat them. Great to see Plague Doctor, Save the World Warrior 1164 from Hayward, California, USA. And they want people to do compulsory military service here in Australia, but they're calling it compulsory civil service. So it's all right. They just want the people completely controlled by the government, even more indoctrinated to death. A Labor MP has called for high school leavers to undertake a compulsory 12 months of civil service to tackle future disasters, because they know there are going to be plenty of future disasters. They're the ones dropping these disasters on the docile dipsticks that don't fight back. But we are fighting back, and we will never stop until we win. Great to see Villain Girl 76, Save the World Warrior 1191 from Wikiwashi, Florida, USA. On Monday, Labor backbencher Mike Kelly called for a national civil defense unit and suggested members receive a tax-free daily income, just like that puppet Obama calling for a national civil defense unit, because the government will continue to murder the people and they have to turn the people against the people. If somebody is receiving money, if they got a job with the government, if they have tax-free income in a society where it's hard to have a job, where it's hard to get any type of income, where it's hard to pay the rent, of course they're going to be supportive of the government, like you see with the police and the rest of the government goons today. Villain Girl 76 says g'day all. And here is the implementation of Agenda 2030 in Australia as a result of these false flag fires. PM calls for changes to hazard reduction laws amid criticism of the coalition's climate change policies. The Prime Minister says Australia may need to review its hazard reduction laws as the country grapples with an extraordinary fire season. In New South Wales, 9 people have died and the RFS said 382 homes have been lost on the south coast since New Year's Eve, and just under 1,300 homes have been destroyed across the state. Mr. Morrison said land clearing laws may need to be reviewed considering this summer's bushfire season. So they want to make more fires by not allowing people to backburn on their own properties. More of the same, completely hoodwinking the people, completely murdering the people. This is genocide on the people of Australia by the government, and it's up to us to bring them down. They want to blame climate change when they're pushing this fake climate change agenda just to tax and control and regulate every aspect of humanity. Let me tell you what, the government have no right to tax, control or regulate anyone or anything. They are an evil, illegitimate empire, and we will defeat them. Welcome to Daniel, Mary, Cara, watching from Scotland. Great to see everybody, wherever you are from the 4 corners of the earth. We are fighting back against the world government satanic system, and we are defeating them. Susan agrees with me. It is false climate change. Much love to you all. Continuing. This puppet, pot-bellied, pencil-necked, political puppet, pedophile protecting Prime Minister said, other issues of how you manage hazard reduction are important because, as you say, the impact more broadly of climate change on these issues has a pronounced effect on the length of the fire season. That, equally then, has a need to address issues around hazard reduction for national parks, dealing with land clearing laws, zoning laws, and planning walls around people's properties and where they can be built in countries like Australia up and down the coast. Where they can be built, the government wants to further regulate where you can build a home here in Australia, and the same thing all over the world. Once again, they're burning the people out of the bush. They want to stack them in smart cities so they can be surveilled 24/7. But we will not allow the government to implement their plan to enslave humanity. We are fighting back every single day, and we will defeat them. Much love to you all. Paula agrees with me. I'm very happy. Very happy to be leading this fight with all of you warriors every single day. More than 1,200 Save the World warriors. We are on every single continent, doing our best every single day, using all peaceful methods at our disposal to beat the Illuminati, break the New World Order, bring down the world government, and save the world from evil. Diane said the Georgia Guidestones, their intentions are literally carved in stone in Georgia. You're exactly right. And they do want to keep the world population under 500 million. That means they want to murder more than 90% of the people that live on this earth. And they want to implement this before 2030. Diane said, stay safe, General. You too. Much love to you all. Keep your heads up during these tough times. Look at this insanity. From social experiment to reality. Bottled fresh air is now being sold in India. And the guy who wrote this is obviously Indian, and the grammar in this article isn't so great, but we'll forgive him for that. How much are you willing to spend to inhale some fresh air? 12 rupees a breath, or 550 rupees for a 10-litre bottle? While rising pollution has robbed us of the liberty to inhale clean and pure air, some businesses in India and even worldwide are entering the business of bottled fresh air. And once again, the weather, the air quality here in Sydney is worse than Delhi and Kolkata in India. Sylvia asks, is there a checklist I should have to help me? You might need to be more specific, Sylvia. And it's terrific to see Tabasco Tammy, Save the World Sergeant number 5, leading Omega squad out of Holiday Island, Arkansas, USA. It is tremendous to see you all. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep fighting for our freedom. Keep fighting for your children. Keep fighting for the next generation and every generation that is to come, because if the New World Order, satanic world government, implements their system completely, where they've killed more than 90% of the people who live on the earth and have everybody else living in smart cities with microchips up the wazoo, it's going to be incredibly difficult for us to turn it around at that point. Right now, we have the opportunity in our hands to change the world and to save the world from evil. We are doing it together, but time is running short. Tony said, if this wasn't the plan, they would have taken the Guidestones down. I've watched a couple of videos of them, and it's sick how the stones are portrayed as a good thing. And it's wonderful to see Nina Be Brave save the world. Sergeant 1169 leading Rainbow Squad out of Dortmund, Germany. Willkommen, Nina Be Brave. Yes, the Save the World Army. Worldwide. Tabasco Tammy said, standing with you warriors. That is wonderful. I don't like to end the show when there are so many people viewing. There are 69 simultaneous viewers as we speak, probably more than that, but Facebook is just squashing the numbers as they usually do. But I'm very happy today because my jiu-jitsu professor, Save the World Sergeant 1200 Cabellos, has asked me to teach a few techniques at today's jiu-jitsu class. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got a few things in mind, a few techniques that work for me. I'm going to teach the low single takedown, the low single leg takedown, and also a couple of attacks from the turtle position, from the front headlock turtle position. I'm going to be teaching the anaconda choke and the Peruvian necktie choke, two of my favorite techniques. I recommend everybody learn martial arts and martial sports. I cannot recommend jiu-jitsu enough. Anne said, we will stop paying tax. Bevan asks, what do you do for a living? Bro, I'm the two-time Guinness World Record breaker. The first ever human being to DJ for 7 days straight. But these days, I'm doing less DJing and more saving the world. Nina B. Brave said, hey General and all warriors, welcome. Silvio's talking about a checklist of what to do, things to put away to get a plan for a bug out. It depends on your personal situation, Sylvia, but I recommend you research the best storable food, the best water filtration systems, the best skills you can learn, because having storable food and water and sources of power like a generator are incredibly important. But once again, there are huge lists of these things online. Go through those lists, look it up on your favorite search engine or video streaming site, and tailor that to your personal situation. Like Bruce Lee said, take what is useful, reject what is necessary, what is unnecessary, and create your own. And Anne said they recommend to stop paying tax. Most definitely. Taxation is theft, and they are using the tax dollars from the people to murder us wholesale, worldwide. Great to see the fierce Pierce save the world warrior 760 from Norman, Oklahoma, USA. So once again, I'm going to wrap up today's show, and I'm going to write a few, not cheat sheets, but a few worksheets detailing the jiu-jitsu techniques that I'm going to teach the class today. It is such a great feeling to be able to teach people how to defend themselves, even though I only do it in a limited context right now. But it's so important for us to take care of our health, to take care of our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, because the government system is doing their best to break you down. They want to hurt the people. They want to destroy the people. They want to decimate the people. But we are not going to allow it to happen. We are standing strong together. We are fighting back every single day, and we will be victorious. And it's great to see Save the World Warrior 473 Cannabis Kid from right here in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Much love, brother. The Fierce Pierce said, finally made it here, General. Glad to see you and all the other warriors. Hope all is well. Most definitely, bro. All is well. And we are moving closer towards victory every single day. Snow Queen said, be well, warriors. Hey, Damien. He said hi. Much love to you all. I am Save the World Warrior #1, General of the Save the World Army, Smokin' Joe McHale, and together we are beating the Illuminati, breaking the New World Order, bringing down the world governments and saving the world from evil. Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the right time we will reap a harvest if we never give up, and everyone knows that us Save the World Warriors never, ever, ever give up. That reminded me, yesterday I was looking at my banana tree. Man, I planted this banana tree like 7-8 years ago, and I'm getting the first lot of good bananas. And it reminded me of that saying, do not grow weary in doing good, for at the right time we will reap a harvest. if we never give up. And we will never, ever, ever give up. And Guru Steve said, rock on fam, stay strong. And my apologies, Twisted Sister, I called you Snow Queen by mistake. That's my bad. I might have done that a couple of times. And she said, peace. Peace to you, Twisted Sister. And Twisted Sister said, be well, warriors. Tony said, have an awesome day, everyone out there. The truth will not be denied any longer. Yes, the truth will set us free. Ginny said, much love to you all. Right back at you, brother. Thank you all for following us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you want to get your Save the World Army threads, which I'm not wearing, you can still go to the savetheworldarmy.threadless.com, and that supports me. Also, if you want to help me out, you can go to paypal.me/the Save the World Army. If you want to join us and get your tags, I'm going to put the link in the comments section as well. Keep up the tremendous work, warriors. Do not let this system get you down. Remember that you have an army at your side, and we are working relentlessly 24/7, 365 to set humanity free, and we're going to get there together. Ginny said, much love to you all. Taya said, love you, Joe. And Twisted Sister said, no worries. Straight up. My brothers and sisters, have no fear. The Save the World Army is here. Always remember, good vibes save lives, and the power of love will save the world. Ooh, yeah.